Hey everybody, welcome back to a little bit of a wine experience with Michael. Today we're going to do something a little special. It's comparable in some ways to my first video, which was a comparison of two Oregon Pinots. And there we were testing whether price really makes a difference. And really what we found was that the care and curation of a wine and the whole process of making it special is in fact really important. So today we're going to test a little bit different hypothesis, and that is, how is it that uh, a single grape, in this case Chardonnay, uh, can be grown in many parts of the world and taste so drastically different? And I'm suggesting that it's not just location. I believe it is also a matter of care and, everybody wants to claim terroir, which is essentially location, the soils, the experience of that location is what really is the differentiating factor. But I would like to say that it's, again, as with the Oregon Pinots, a real battle between the winemaker and the grape, and the crafting of the wine from the grape. It's possible that you could taste grapes from two different parts of the world and completely tell them apart. But I really think the big differentiating thing by the time the grape makes it to wine is what the winemaker does to the whole thing. And today we're going to do a really special tasting. There should be zero confusion between the two wines, even though they're the same grape. And that's what's going to be fun. And so this time I'm not doing a blind tasting. This time I'm going to know exactly what I'm tasting, and I'll just be able to tell the difference. And there are a few different things going on here. One is one of these world-class wines, and it's a very special occasion, just opening it. So I'm very excited about that. And the other is just a standard California wine that you can buy anywhere in the region. Again, we're going with the $30 or so price point, $30 to $40. And the fact that it is, in this case, it's Heights Cellars. They make good wine, no doubt about it. They're Napa Chardonnay. This is a 2018. It's going to be good, or it should be, right? I mean, I paid decent money. I expect decent quality. But like any other price point in Napa, there should be expectations pretty much common across all the winemakers, so the established winemakers. Unless you get one like Rombauer. Rombauer has a completely different reputation. They do the malolactic fermentation, and it's just a different experience. But Heights, I think, is sort of a standard higher end winemaker, but this is their sort of everyday, even at $30, it's their version of the everyday Chardonnay from their cellars. So we're gonna swirl it a bit. Oops, a little too much. There is that residue, which is fine, good. Not very nice nose. Really, really good. That's a very good wine. There is no doubt about it. But at this price point, that's excellent. There is a little bit of the astringency from youth, from it not being maybe their top end. That's an excellent wine. And this was not this is not that buttery Chardonnay that you get, as I mentioned, from Rombauer. It doesn't have the malolactic fermentation. Very good. I would say at this price, from this region, this is about as good as you're going to get. As we always do, we do a little bit of bread with it or cheese. Because as we know, wine is not necessarily meant to be drunk as an aperitif all by itself. Now, I would say the bread doesn't help this. The wine, it has an edge, cuts through. This doesn't need an accompanying thing. I'll try some goat cheese that has sourness. The goat cheese is good. The goat cheese is a good compliment. So this thing, the goat cheese masks what the little tartness, youth of the wine that I was feeling. All right, so that's a 5-year-old Napa Chardonnay. Zero problems with it. Fun, very nice. But now we're going to go somewhere far afield, and we're going to enjoy 2018, right? Same year. But this is a Corton Charlemagne, a 2018 Corton Charlemagne Grand Cru. So in Burgundy, where they only grow essentially Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, they have designated areas that are ahead of time, sort of higher end, higher approved, potentially great wines versus regular everyday types of wines and so on. So this region, Corton Charlemagne, is considered one of the very high-end special growing regions for Chardonnay. And this particular one is a Grand Cru. And it's by virtue of it being from that region and having that designation should be damn good. Well, and it was pretty expensive too. So let's give that guy a shot. Same grape, comparable growing region. Of course, you know, Burgundy is colder in the winter. Oh, really delicious nose. This has a little bit of that earthiness on the nose, which is always distinctive of the Burgundy Chardonnays. And that's a good wine. Oh my goodness. This has the acidity that the Heights was lacking. The Heights may have had acidity, but I think it's youth, the slight tartness masked it. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, acidity for me is a big deal. This has acidity. This has zero tartness, zero signs of the youth that was present in the same year in the Heights. This has definitely terroir in it. You would taste any Chardonnay in the world, but you know this Chardonnay is from Burgundy. It has that very particular, it's like wet leaves type of sensation. I don't know. You'll see there are tasting profiles for Burgundy Chardonnays that are along the lines of a wet leaf. Oh my goodness, this is so good. Oh my goodness, just delicious. So both good. The Corton Charlemagne was absolutely outstanding. It was also about 5 to 10 times more expensive, right? So again, there is something to be said for price. Now, we're not talking about $7,000 bottles of wine, right? We're talking about stuff where this is something you might open once a year, special occasion, anniversary, and you will definitely enjoy it. There's no way you're not going to enjoy it. The Heights, for the money, given the availability, delicious. And I have zero problems with it. I'm just telling you it's going to be a very different experience with the same grape, which is fascinating. Same grape, same year, different circumstances. So there you go. 2 different Chardonnays. Thanks for watching.